Well, let's keep all this talk about the secondary rolling here with our franchise fits, and we're going to look at some cornerbacks here, Buck. Some guys we not necessarily spent a ton of time talking about through our first 15 episodes here. We're going to try and find a fit for him here in the draft. You ready to roll?
Yeah, let's do it. Perfect pairing.
All right, let's go with Jaire Alexander here from Louisville. Let's take him to Arizona. Let's put him with the Cardinals. To me, this is somebody... Look, you can get a sense of his swagger that he has when Colin was talking to him. I love that edge that he has. He could play inside. He could play outside. You go back 2 years ago, you can see all the ball skills you ever want to see. And he's got a little stinger to him, too. He'll attack you and go hit you in the run game. I think he'd be a great fit opposite of Patrick Peterson, and he will see a lot of action in that spot.
He's going to need a lot of confidence because he'll have a bullseye on because people will not go at Pat Pete.
All right, let's get Anthony Averett here from Alabama. Let's send him to the Dolphins. Come all the way over here. This is a player, 2 years ago when I watched him opposite of Marlon Humphrey, teams were going at Marlon Humphrey and avoiding Averett. So that tells you a little bit about the respect they had for him. He gets to the combine, you see all that athletic ability on display there, Buck. You don't hear a ton of chatter about him, probably third, fourth round. I think the Dolphins, though, would be a great fit.
Solid overall player, solid blue chip player, be a nice third or fourth corner on your squad.
All right, let's get Duke Dawson here. Let's send him a quick trip to Jacksonville. This is look, when you watch him, he plays in the nickel. He's ready-made. You can plug him in, get him on the field right away. He's got a bulldog in him. I mean, you watch him attack and press with two-hand jam, Buck. I love how physical he is. He can also be a force player as well. He fits the mentality of this Jags team, and the edge they played with, he'll fit right in.
Game and persona both match that Jaguars secondary.
All right, how about Dante Jackson? What do you think?
Dante Jackson, explosive athlete. He's a guy that I think will be a nice nickel corner. Let's put him with the Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles are loaded. They have corners galore. But I think adding another explosive athlete to the mix is something that you can do when you're picking at the bottom of the first round. You're looking to add talented players. He's a sub-package specialist. I think you can find a way to take advantage of his speed and athleticism on the field.
You said that speed. He might be the most explosive player in the entire draft. And you go back 2 years ago, they let him get nose-to-nose a little bit more. And I think that's where he was more comfortable. This year he was in the slot, playing off. It just wasn't the same guy when you watched him on tape.
Got to play to his strengths as a player. A little light, but he has some skills.
All right, who's we got? Josh Jackson?
Josh Jackson. We're going to put with the Seattle Seahawks. And the reason we want to put him with the Seattle Seahawks, you lose a perennial Pro Bowl corner in Richard Sherman. He was known to pick off passes. Well, Josh Jackson might be the best ball hawk in this draft. Led the country in interceptions this season ago. Long, rangy, outstanding instincts. Does a great job of turning it over. And if you know anything about Pete Carroll, it is all about the ball. I think Jackson works for the Seattle Seahawks.
You talk about wide receivers playing above the rim all the time. As a corner, he plays above the rim. Those 50-50 balls, a lot of them end up in his hands. What we got next?
Isaiah Oliver going to the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers are finally going to get their secondary right. They love long, rangy corners that can press. They want to disrupt releases at the line of scrimmage. But when you look at Isaiah Oliver's tape, you see a lot of nose-to-nose competitive matchups on the outside. You see him break up a ton of passes, and you see him compete. In Green Bay, they need guys that compete. He's the ultimate competitor on the edge.
Tell you what, you talk to people that go through that school on the visit, they rave about him, too, from a character standpoint. So I think the Green Bay Packers would be very pleased with Isaiah Oliver.